What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. So today we're going to be discussing Turkesterone, since that is the hot supplement on the market right now and people are trying to figure out if it works and no one really knows much about it, including myself. I don't really know that much about it. So everything I do know has come from just some quick PubMed searches and a lot of anecdotal report findings. So if you don't know what Turkesterone is, it is a phytoecdysteroid. Basically means it's a natural plant steroid, so it's not going to have any interaction with the HPTA. It's not going to shut you down, not going to give you gyno, or have any sort of negative effects that anabolics would give you or SARMs would give you or anything like that. That being said, there's not a ton of studies done on them. Most of the studies done were done in like the 70s and the 80s. I think the popular one where it compared D-bol and Turkesterone in mice was done in 1976. So they've been around for quite some time. A lot of people think that they just came out in 2021 because that is when they got popular from Derek More Plates for Dates coming out with his complex version of it. And that really just isn't the case. I first heard about it and looked it up a few years ago. Dante Trudel, if you don't know who that is, the guy who created dog crap training, DC training, he came out with a natural steroid product through one of his supplement companies, the Lab, and it had the Arjuna, whatever. He had Turkesterone in it, so that was the first time I had ever seen it. Never really thought much of it. I thought it was just an overhyped product. I thought it was kind of going to be like the whole hyped Lactogenin thing from 2013, 2014 that was supposedly comparable to Anavar. That was not the case. So I never really looked too much into it. And then this year, from Derek, it got extremely popular, and now every supplement company is shitting out a Turkesterone product. So I had to dive a little bit deeper into it and see if this is something even worth exploring. Not really for me, I don't really have a care for it, but a lot of my clients ask about it, and I needed to be able to give them a good answer. So from what it seems, it works by binding to the estrogen receptor beta, but like I said, this doesn't mean that you're going to get spikes in estrogen that are going to cause gyno or anything like that. That's just the mechanism in which it produces its muscle and strength gains. So the bioavailability of it does appear to be pretty low, which is why Derek at More Plates, More Dates has his complex version to increase the bioavailability of it. I don't really know. I haven't used it, and I don't know of anyone who's ever compared using the complex version versus the non-complex version to compare results. From a lot of the reviews on using two different, I've read on people who have used the Lab, or people who have used Greg Doucette's or Derek's. A lot of the reviews seem to be the same, and it seems to be mixed both ways. We have half people saying that they got some decent strength gains from it, they maybe look a little bit fuller, and then you have the other half of people saying it didn't do shit and they got no gains from it. And this is something to consider, is if you gave the same amount of people creatine, you're probably going to get the same reports. You're going to get a group of people who say, my bench went up, my squat went up, whatever. I put on a little bit of strength, my muscles look a little bit fuller. And then you're going to have the group who said creatine did nothing. And a lot of this needs to come down to what people are doing to induce strength gains outside of just taking a supplement, right? If you are not training hard, if you're not eating right, if you're not sleeping enough, you're not going to get results regardless. You can give people anabolic steroids, and if they're not doing anything correct, they're not going to look any different, except maybe get a little bit water retention and things like that. Excuse me. I think a little bit of water retention and things like that. So, on the other hand, we do have people kind of saying they put on, a few pounds of muscle and things like that. And understand that placebo is a very real thing. People are going to start using this product, and then all of a sudden, because they're using this product that they expect to put on muscle and they expect to put on strength, they're probably going to watch what they're eating a little bit better. They might sleep a little bit extra. They might train a little harder in the gym. So is it really the supplement that's doing it, or is it the fact that they think because they're using this plant steroid that now they need to train a little bit harder and push a little bit harder, and that's what's inducing these strength gains and muscle gains and whatever. So I don't know. I go both ways. I think that you're probably going to get about the same from what it seems through the research and through the anecdotal reports. It seems you're probably going to get about the same results you would get from using a creatine supplement, which is going to be a lot cheaper. So would I use it myself? Probably not, just because the price point on them is just a little too high for me to want to put on a couple pounds on my bench or my squat and things like that. It's stuff that I think I can do without, spending $100 a month on a plant steroid. So I wouldn't use it myself. If you're someone who's just very curious about it, you want to be a lab rat because there's not a lot of studies done on them, go ahead, be that lab rat, check it out. I don't see myself doing it. I'm not going to recommend it to my clients, mainly because there's not enough research on it, and I just don't think it's really worth it. I think focusing on your sleep, focusing on your electrolytes, your nutrition, all that good stuff is going to produce way more results than any sort of ectosteroid. But, it is promising. The research is probably going to start coming out a little bit more, and that it's becoming so popular. But when you've seen these supplement companies go out there and say that you're going to put on 8 to 10 pounds of muscle, I actually just saw, like an hour ago, Tony Huge from Enhanced Athlete make a video saying that you'll put on 8 to 10 pounds of muscle in 8 weeks using their Turkesterone product. And that is like a typical result of using it, and that is not. I haven't even seen anecdotal reports of people putting on 8 to 10 pounds of muscle in 8 weeks, or even a year of using Turkesterone, let alone 8 weeks. But I wouldn't expect to put on any muscle from it. Maybe get some strength increases, maybe a pound or two of muscle if you're using it for like 6 months straight. But at that point, how do you not know you wouldn't have put on that 1 to 2 pounds of muscle without the product? So I go back and forth with it. I think it's a very hyped thing right now. I think you're going to see it die off. I don't think we're anywhere near the peak of the attention that it's going to get. I think it's going to continue to go up probably for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And then we'll start to see it die off when people realize that the price point to use it is a little too high for the lackluster results that you're going to get. So that's my take on it. Take it for what it's worth, but yeah. If you have any questions about coaching, want to check out my Instagram, link's going to be in the description. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and have a good day.